Sometime in 2017, a Radiohead music video disappeared from YouTube. This was the official video for the single Pop is Dead, a song the band has taken every effort to wipe from the internet. It's not on Spotify or the Radiohead public library, and to this day, if you try to re-upload the video, you're immediately blocked worldwide by their record label. So much for Hail to the Thief. Radiohead's hatred for Creep is well known, but Creep and many other less flattering songs from their early years are available all across YouTube, Spotify, Apple Music, heck, even Tidal or Deezer, if that's your thing. So what's with this song that makes them want to pretend like it never existed? That, dear viewer, is the question we seek to answer today. Pop is Dead came out on May 10th, 1993, the band's first single after the release of their debut album Pablo Honey. It's an energetic and almost punk-like number, lasting barely 2 minutes, driven by a dissonant, chromatic guitar riff and a solo from Johnny Greenwood in 10/4 time. The lyrics are on the silly side for a Radiohead song. They portray pop music as a zombified star who had so many facelifts his face flew off. But hey, who says Radiohead songs have to be somber and depressing? It reached number 42 on the UK singles chart, and at the time, it actually seemed to be reasonably popular. It was an active part of Radiohead's tours throughout 1993 and 94, played alongside songs from the Bends that are now classics. As you can tell from this Radiohead fan mosh pit, the audience is really enjoying Pop is Dead. Live performances were especially fun, as Tom would sometimes replace the last line about, one final lot of coke to jack him off, with a pop star such as Janet Jackson, or in this case,
one final line of coke for Whitney Houston!
And here's a fan magazine from the time that took its name from the song. But then, in 1995, Radiohead's perspective toward the song shifted. They stopped playing it at shows, and although it was recorded at the same session as High and Dry, Pop is Dead wasn't put into an album until the 2009 reissue of Pablo Honey. Years later, band member Ed O'Brien called the song a hideous mistake, while drummer Phil Selway has this to say.
Answer this question. If you could go back to 1991, what's the one piece of advice you'd give yourself before the band really began? Take off.
Pop is Dead. Don't release Pop is Dead.
About the music video, Radiohead's video commissioner, Dilly Gent, said, "In the early 90s, we probably thought those videos were alright, but looking back at them now, we all just want to die." Wait, let's talk about the music video. After all, it was the official music video, not any live performance or audio-only version of Pop is Dead that Radiohead removed from YouTube. According to Dilly Gent, the video is literally a treatment that Tom wrote, down to every frame. The video features the Radiohead fan club carrying Tom, dressed up as a vampire making gang signs, across the Oxford Downs in a coffin. Huh, I didn't know Radiohead were in the Blue Man Group. Such a video, which can best be described as 90s, combined with the already ridiculous premise of the song, makes for a combination so different from the serious, artful Radiohead most people are familiar with now. And perhaps this is the main reason for Radiohead's absolute hatred of the song. With some of the greatest albums of the past few decades under their belt, Radiohead themselves unanimously see the song as an embarrassing stain on their past, and so they feel the need to blot it out as best they can from the public record. Do the tactics they use to purge it from the internet feel a bit extreme? A bit totalitarian? Perhaps. But I also see this as a sign of Radiohead's drive to always be better than they were in the past. So many bands have an incredible and influential first or second album, only to make forgettable music the rest of their careers, leaving fans clamoring about how their old stuff was so much better. But Radiohead, despite reaching the height of their popularity in the mid-90s, continued to give us album after album after album after album that shattered our expectations of the band and of what rock music could be. As much as they disowned the song, in deleting Pop is Dead, Radiohead embodied its underlying ethos towards pop music. As they say in the song, so what? Pop is dead. It's no great loss. For the band, the popular songs they made in their Pablo Honey days are best left to die an ugly death by back catalog, and be forgotten, because now you know it gets you nowhere. Radiohead acknowledged that pop was dead back in the 90s, and they continue to hold on to this belief. As such, their end goal, their purpose, is to bring life back into the music world, tirelessly remaking themselves and subverting what is typical in pop and rock to push music forward, so that something better, more vibrant, more full of spirit may rise from where pop lies dead. Or maybe they just removed Pop is Dead because they didn't want it to distract from their other crowning achievement of the time, the MTV Beach House performance of Anyone Who Played Guitar. This has been Cloud's Tie. Thanks for watching.
Thank you.